There's one tiny word that turns a surface level thank you into a real emotional connection, even sometimes when you feel like you've lost the spark in your relationship. And that word is because. Let me tell you why. Most of us were taught to keep our thank yous short, polite. Hey, thanks for that. Appreciate it. And then we move on. But that kind of gratitude, it stays transactional. It doesn't create connection. But here's what does. Instead of just saying thank you for doing the dishes, try this. Hey, thank you for doing the dishes. Oh, it made me feel like you see how much I've been juggling this week. And it reminds me that we're a team. See the difference? The first one is polite. The second one creates intimacy. When you add because, you're doing three things. One, you're naming the action so your partner knows you've noticed. Two, you're connecting it to your feelings so they get insight into your inner world. And three, you're explaining why it mattered. So then they understand the impact of what they did. And here's the thing a lot of women don't realize. You've been conditioned to keep your gratitude short because you've been taught that expressing too much emotion makes you needy, or in some cases, you're accused of being too much. But when you add because, you're doing something kind of radical. You're allowing yourself to be seen. You're not just acknowledging what someone did. You're revealing how it landed inside of you. And that vulnerability, that's what intimacy is built on. Your partner can't connect with a polite thank you, but they can connect with this. Thank you, because when you remembered to pick up my favorite coffee, it made me feel like I matter to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's the difference between surface level and soul level. I'm Dr. Carrie O'Reilly. I'm a psychoanalyst, and I help women who've gone silent in their relationships come back to themselves so they can be seen, heard, and valued in their relationships without blowing them up or leaving. Now, there's a second part to this, so hit follow. It's about your nervous system. When you say thank you without the because, your nervous system stays in transactional mode. You're checking a box, staying polite, keeping things surface level. And your partner's nervous system mirrors the exact same thing. In other words, the whole moment just stays flat. But when you add because and you name how the action made you feel, you're signaling to both nervous systems, this is safe, we can go deeper. You're moving from performance, being polite, to presence, being real. And your partner's nervous system picks up on that shift. They relax, they lean in. The spark you thought was gone, it's actually just buried under all the surface level interactions. Here's an example. Thank you for putting the kids to bed tonight because, boy, I was at my wit's end. And knowing that you saw that without me having to ask you, let me know that you really see us as a team, and it made me feel so cared for. See, that's not just gratitude. That's co-regulation. That's intimacy. When you've lost the spark in a relationship, it's usually not because the love is gone. It's because the presence is gone. You're both going through the motions, and gratitude starts to become a little bit automatic. Thanks becomes background noise. But when you add because, you bring presence back into the moment. You're saying, I'm here. I noticed. This mattered to me. And presence is what reignites the spark. Send this to someone who needs to hear it. And if this resonates with you, comment the word anxiety, and I'll send you my free short assessment. It's based on the science of the nervous system, the work of Dr. Stephen Porges, Dr. Dan Siegel, and Dr. Peter Levine. It's going to show you exactly where you are right now across 4 patterns, from calm and connected to wound up and shut down.